What was the most racist rule at your school? Our principal, Mr. Brickhouse, had implemented what he called the Cultural Compatibility Assessment Program after claiming that mixing students from different backgrounds was causing academic decline and behavioral problems. The program used DNA testing, family ancestry research, and psychological profiling to determine which students were culturally compatible with rigorous academic expectations versus those who needed alternative pathways better suited to their genetic heritage. My name is David Park, and I spent 4 years at Riverside Academy, where your genetic makeup and cultural background determined not just what classes you could take, but how you were disciplined, what opportunities you received, and whether administrators even considered you capable of academic success. The program began during my freshman year when Brickhouse hired Dr. Vincent Caldwell, a psychologist who claimed his research had proven that different ethnic groups had evolved distinct learning styles and behavioral patterns. Caldwell had been dismissed from 2 universities for publishing fraudulent research, but Brickhouse presented him as a visionary scientist. Every incoming student was required to submit DNA samples along with detailed family history forms documenting their ancestry, immigration patterns, religious practices, and what Caldwell called cultural values indicators. Parents paid a mandatory $750 assessment and placement fee that funded Caldwell's research lab, believing they were investing in personalized education. Based on these assessments, students were sorted into 5 cultural learning tracks that supposedly matched teaching methods to genetic predispositions. The system wasn't explicitly racial, but the patterns were unmistakable. Heritage Track Alpha was reserved for students with predominantly Northern European ancestry and family histories showing multiple generations of higher education. These students received access to all advanced placement courses, small class sizes with master teachers, and comprehensive college preparation. Heritage Track Beta included students with Eastern European, Mediterranean, or mixed European backgrounds, particularly those with Jewish ancestry. They could access most AP courses, but faced subtle discouragement from pursuing certain subjects. Heritage Track Gamma was designed for East Asian students, who Caldwell claimed were genetically predisposed to excel in mathematics and science, but struggled with creative thinking and leadership. They were steered heavily toward STEM courses while being discouraged from humanities, arts, and student government. Heritage Track Delta encompassed students with South Asian, Middle Eastern, or mixed backgrounds that Caldwell considered culturally transitional. They received modified curriculum designed to help them adapt to Western learning paradigms. Heritage Track Epsilon included students with African, Latino, Pacific Islander, or Native American ancestry, who were automatically enrolled in culturally responsive programs that emphasized practical skills and what Caldwell euphemistically called heritage-appropriate career preparation. My DNA results showed 80% Korean ancestry and 20% European background, placing me in Heritage Track Gamma despite my strong performance in all subjects. The classification meant I could take advanced math and science courses, but was blocked from AP history, English literature, and student leadership roles because Caldwell claimed my genetic background made me unsuitable for subjects requiring cultural nuance and creative interpretation. The daily impact of track assignment was profound. Each track had different colored ID badges, separate lunch periods, and designated areas of the campus. The physical segregation was justified as creating culturally comfortable learning environments that would help students thrive within their genetic parameters. Heritage Track Alpha students ate in the main cafeteria with the best food options, while Epsilon students were relegated to a basement facility with vending machines and folding tables. The message was clear. Your genetic background determined not just your academic opportunities, but your basic comfort and dignity. The psychological manipulation was sophisticated and cruel. Caldwell would meet regularly with students from lower tracks, explaining that accepting their cultural limitations was a sign of maturity. He convinced many students that wanting to exceed their track assignments indicated dangerous delusions. David, your Korean heritage gives you natural advantages in analytical thinking, he told me during a mandatory counseling session. But trying to compete in areas that require Western cultural intuition will only frustrate you and limit your success in your areas of genetic strength. Full story on my channel or linked below.